Now, how do we pick a topic? Well, the first thing that we're going to do is go to the LSCPA library, and we are going to search for something that interests everyone in your team. In my opinion, it's best if we search two specific intersecting topics, such as neurobiology and sleep, or exercise and serotonin. It is not a good idea to research something very broad or controversial because you may not find enough information about it, such as human cloning or antibiotic resistance. We're going to look for something hyper specific. So, of course, my favorite one to research is neurobiology and sleep, but you and your team are going to discuss something that's personal to you. Once we search, we need to narrow down our search terms. So while this is loading, we're going to look for our filters. We want to make sure that we are only viewing online available text that is peer reviewed. We're going to click on the date range and make sure that we're looking within the past 5 years. And we want to make sure that these academic sources are going to be academic journals only. We don't want any of these other types. So press apply. Now, what you and your team are going to be doing is reading some of these synopsises and coming up with some sort of hypothesis. So if you're seeing over and over and over again that sleep positively affects mood or sleep positively affects brain health, then maybe you want to make a hypothesis about brain health and sleep. This is going to help direct you. Remember that each team member is going to be doing their own journal. So if you find 4 journals that are very relevant to your topic, you might want to save them and use them for our next assignment where each individual is going to be picking out their article. But as opposed to Biology 1, where you each get to pick your own topic, now we need to make sure that the articles that we pick are all related to each other. Once you find the topic that you want, you're going to be asked to write a thesis statement. There's an example of a thesis statement below that you can use as reference, but you want to introduce your topic. Again, you can see that neuroscience and sleep is one of my favorite ones. You're going to identify the research area. So maybe you want to say, will sleeping 8 hours a night improve your productivity during wakeful hours? So you want to write a sentence about the purpose or the goal of your research. So our research aims to predict brain health or productivity during the day based on hours of sleep at night. Write this in 3 to 4 sentences. Again, you want to ask a question about your topic. Write your initial hypothesis. So do you think that sleep does positively affect brain health or not? And then you're going to develop your answer. Now, this is very broad, but what I like to do in my research papers is outline what the research is going to be about. So if each of your team members has their own article, you could outline or list what each of those articles is about specifically. Once you have written your 3 to 4 sentences, submit it here, and the next assignment should open up for you, and you can move on to the next section.